Greetings and salutations to you once again, my fellow Guardians of the Light. This is Fully Auto Magi here to bring you some more Destiny news. Now, if you thought my previous video on patch notes made me a household name and famous worldwide, hold on to your fucking socks, because I got even more elaborations on the patch notes I talked about before, and I am not completely full of donkey shit. The dev team hit us with more info yesterday, and for the most part, it seems like a further explaining of what they told us on Monday, so I will go through this in a similar fashion as before, sans my big annoying face. So here we go. First off, Bungie let us know that the new content will expand the world of Destiny for some players, what I assume to be a nudge towards more story and background for those of us restless for it. They also say it will also change the experience of playing Destiny for all, and that to support the updates that will go live with the expansion, they've made changes to a number of systems that drive the game. What do they mean by that? Here are a few good examples right off the bat. I didn't actually mean to rhyme, but hey. I'm a poet and I'm pretty bad at it. Firstly, in new legendary gear, existing legendary gear in the tower will be replaced. With what, you may ask? Well, with new legendary gear with higher attack and defense values, of course! These legendary items will still require ascendant materials to upgrade, but this new, more powerful gear will be available to all players, regardless of whether you've purchased the Dark Below DLC or not. Lastly, these new legendaries will not be as powerful as the new raid legendary and exotics. But does that mean they'll at least be as powerful as the current raid legendaries and exotics? I'd like to think the answer to that is a big fuck yeah, but I can like to think whatever I want doesn't make it true. So I have no idea. This has been your news for the week. Nah, I'm kidding. However, in addition to the usual Vanguard and or Crucible marks used for purchasing Vanguard and or Crucible legendaries, purchasing new legendaries will require a Crucible and or Vanguard commendation. Commendations are received in reputation reward packages by the Postmaster upon reaching a new reputation level. You know what I think would be interesting? And guys, tell me your opinions below. Is if we could maybe get two different sets of gear, one solely for PvP and another solely for PvE. How's that sound to you? No? No takers, huh? I don't even know where that was going. Moving on. Talent changes. Most of you should have noticed by now, and if you haven't, hey, that's okay. You're here in a safe and nurturing environment. Don't worry. Most of you know that as of December 1st, exotic weapons and armor no longer require ascendant materials to upgrade, but the final power node of all exotic gear will require a new item called an exotic shard. This new item can be gained in one of two ways, either by dismantling your unwanted exotics. Who has unwanted exotics? Unless you have doubles, don't delete those damn things. I would like if they made a bigger vault, but guys, try and keep as many exotics as you can. I mean, share them between your players. Don't just throw them away. They are, I mean, yeah, sometimes, you know, they're not as powerful as we want them to be, but Bungie's listening. Bungie's buffing. We got some buffs out there now. So just, you know, just keep with it, people. do what the fuck you want. The other way is to purchase an exotic shard from Xur for 7 strange coin, which is totally doable. I'm glad they implemented the 2 ways thing. But what I'm curious about is, do you have to dismantle an already fully upgraded exotic to get the shard? That's an interesting question. You know, it would make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, anyway, moving on to new exotic upgrading. Should be no surprise that exotic gear found in the Dark Below will have a higher attack and defense values than current exotic gear, but starting December 9th, Xur will be offering to upgrade our current exotics to the higher attack and defense values. But here's the disclaimer, folks. Upgrading the armor this way, sorry, I had to look at my notes. Upgrading the armor this way will require an exotic shard. This upgrade will reset, I repeat, completely reset the progression invested into the item, and each week Xur will now possess a selection of upgrades for existing exotics in his inventory. It will be nice to see more from Xur. I'm curious if he'll be selling any brand new Dark Below exotics the following Friday after the DLC launches. Whatever it is, I will grab that sucker faster than you can say stormtroopers aren't clone troopers. You can get over the black stormtrooper already, you racist dipshits. Sorry, I had to vent for Star Wars. Moving on to changes in the Crucible, Expansion 1 will include 2 new exclusive competitive playlists. I'm guessing exclusive for PlayStation users. I think these are the Inferno challenges where everything is essentially the same, but you have no tracker to rely on in any of the situations. Which I've heard a couple of my friends saying that would be great to implement there, and I tend to agree. I think tracker in PvP is it's pretty much cheating, isn't it? I do like I pretty much I get snuck up fucking damn it. I get snuck up a lot on during PvP. My ass gets handed to me more times than not. Sometimes I'll walk away with a 5.0 KDR, which is an astounding accomplishment for me. Yeah. If I walk away as I usually walk away from PvP matches second to last, but there are quite a few. I've been in quite a few crucibles where I've been second, first, and those have been really astounding. I even have the screen grabs. Here's one. Anyway, so that's the Inferno playlist. Guys, I need a better way of taking my notes. This is getting kind of embarrassing here. There will be 3 new Crucible arena. There will be 3 new Crucible arenas. Pantheon, Skyshock, and the Cauldron will be featured in map rotations. Playlists in the director will change week over week, which is nice. Experiences will alternate between 12 and 6-player engagements. Map rotation will alternate between focusing solely on new expansion arenas and including original launch maps in the mix, which is pretty sweet in my humble yet awesome opinion. Now we move on to changes to PvE Heroics and Nightfalls. With the light level increased to 32, Heroics and Nightfalls will be increased by 2 light levels to keep up with new content, level increases, and gear items. The new raid, Crota's End, will unlock on December 9th. Players at light level 30 can lead a fire team immediately upon release. The reward system in Crota's End will address some issues reported in the Vault of Glass, such as raid loot in Crota's End will drop at a higher rate. New raid gear will contain a wider variety of potential perks. Weapons and gear from Crota's End will not require Ascendant materials for upgrades. Radiant shards and radiant energy acquired in the raid will be used to upgrade new raid gear. Unwanted weapons and gear from Crota's End will dismantle into radiant materials, and primary weapons will only drop in the harder version of Crota's End, released sometime in January. And with that, I will take my leave. Don't forget to like and comment if you deem this video worthy of your glorious clicks. Subscribe for damn near daily Destiny news and updates. And don't forget to keep that magic coming in repetitive bursts.